Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Breaking Barriers. If you are tuning in today, you already know that our focus in this space is restorative justice, the hard, necessary work of looking at harm, insisting on accountability, and figuring out how we can collectively heal. But today, we're doing something a little bit different. We're stepping out of our immediate present and stepping into history because today is Juneteenth. Now, most of us were taught a very clean, sanitized version of American history. We were told that Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, a bell rang, and millions of enslaved people walked into the light of freedom. But history is rarely clean.
That's for sure. The truth is, it took 2.5 years for the executive order to reach the ears and the lives of enslaved people in Galveston, Texas. 2.5 years of stolen labor, stolen life, and enforced silence. In the world of restorative justice, we have a saying: justice delayed is justice denied. Today on Breaking Barriers, we're going to talk about why Juneteenth isn't just a day for a cookout. We are examining it as a living blueprint of truth-telling, accountability, and the long ongoing pursuit of repetitive justice.
Yes. So, it's been a lot of confusion about Juneteenth, right?
Absolutely. A lot of people don't really quite understand it.
What it is. Even myself, I had to really,
I was one as well, yeah.
you
This was
know,
nice doing a little research and really getting to the bottom of what it was.
Yeah, a lot of let's do a little clarification. So, talking Juneteenth, right?
Right.
So there's been a lot of stuff like people who celebrate the 4th of July, for example. Now, or let's say we celebrated the 4th of July initially.
Right.
And then people started saying, like, after we somehow discovered the truth about Juneteenth, people started kind of bashing people who celebrated the 4th of July. All this
Right.
craziness, right?
Yeah.
So, here's the facts.
Gotcha.
July 4th, 1776, that was American independence. Okay?
Right.
That represented the American independence.
Right.
But that didn't include black people, people of color, us.
Yeah, we weren't really considered
Exactly.
part of America.
Exactly.
We were just labor.
Yes. So then in 1863, January 1, forgive me,
No,
I lost my
understand.
notes. And then how do we really know? Okay.
It's documented.
Sidebar for that
Yeah.
conspiracy. Okay, right. 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, right?
Right.
That's delayed fulfillment of the 4th of July, the of
Freedom
Independence
of
Day.
yeah.
Right.
Of
And really
America,
that was
from England.
Exactly. So,
But we were still enslaved in our own
yes,
society.
we were still enslaved,
Right.
right? But then, so they signed the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, right?
Right.
But then Galveston, Texas didn't really get the news until 1865,
Right. Because
Juneteenth.
it took a
June
while for
19th.
the changing of the law to actually spread to everyone of
Yes.
color.
And for them to be notified,
Notified.
and
be
then
aware.
for other areas to accept it and approve and
Yeah.
so on and so forth, for the needle to get moved.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting because that was again delayed fulfillment, right?
Yeah,
So justice
delayed even
delayed
further.
is justice denied.
So even though it was law, everybody wasn't
Everybody wasn't free.
free.
Everyone didn't get that privilege.
That's right.
That access was not granted to everyone.
Immediately. Yeah.
Exactly. So 2 more years. So it was no cell phones.
Right.
It was no TikTok.
No real news.
No real news. No, they couldn't text.
No.
We are so fortunate to have
Yeah.
access to data, immediate access.
And yeah, and think about our people back then. How fortunate or how diligent are they? Because it was only the movement of people of color spreading the word. I mean, somebody had to get to this area, that area,
Exactly.
across the whole United States.
And so, following that, so
Yeah, and the situation still remains today because the same legal loopholes created in 1865 to lock people down and the very same system impacting our returning citizens and their
hmm
families today,
they are the
we're,
very same
the
systems.
same systems
hmm
are in place. So we're dissecting the line between symbolic justice,
What it look like?
right, like making today a federal holiday, and the structural repair needed to welcome our people back home completely. So stick around. We're going to get deep into how the legacy of 1865 connects directly to the systems we're trying to restore and dismantle those today.
That's very good. So, one of the things I really wanted to talk about in doing some research because we really wanted to bring some valid information. We even saw a news story today where someone was on a show displaying or inviting people to participate in a celebration for Juneteenth. And the broadcaster inquired about the real benefit, the history, the purpose. That's what it was about the purpose of Juneteenth. And the person, it was interesting initially because they weren't able to express it, similar to what we were talking about here today.
Right.
How we had to look it up, we had to do
Yeah.
some research, and read some real data because
You got to
it's
get
not
into the
widely
real.
known.
Some things are so vague, and you wonder why is it constructed that way. Like, for example, why are we calling it Juneteenth? We have July 4th, right? We know that's the 4th, the actual
Yes.
date.
Why
Why
is
can't
not
we call it
June
June
19th?
19th?
Okay, now you get into some real touchy areas right here, Larry.
I just think about it, like, well, why are we leaving
I
that
hear
out? I
you.
mean, it's only one day. This is the day that marks the fact that we've reached the last group
I gotta ask.
of
Let me
people who.
ask my assistant because honestly, this it bothers me too. To
Yeah,
be honest, and it got in the way of me wanting to celebrate it when it was introduced. I
because
was
it's not clear. It doesn't make
why
sense
like
to the masses immediately.
why is the holiday called Juneteenth rather than June
June
19th?
19th.
Like why can't we be clear? Why do we have to add ambiguity there?
Right.
Yeah, I feel you on
Is that a
that.
way to leave people out or make it our
Ooh,
own?
this
Or
is so frustrating.
what is it saying?
This data says it's a traditional Black English contraction used by the formerly enslaved people of Texas to commemorate June 19th, 1865. So my whole thing is, let's move forward.
Okay, we're gonna go back to that. Yeah, it's not important, but just
No, I meant let's
on
move
my
forward as a
mind.
people. I wasn't talking
Oh,
about this.
absolutely.
I'm saying so now I want to rename it June 19th. People, I'm just playing with you. Playing. Ooh,
We're
my
not gonna
one
start a
listener did
campaign,
good, so
right?
it's just us
We're not
talking
gonna
here.
start a campaign for June 19th.
A secret one though, because I don't want people to know it's me.
That's funny.
No, that is funny. Okay, so that's real interesting, right? Now, to understand why we need restorative justice for our returning citizens, right?
Yes, this is a part. This is a segment that I really
You getting it?
gravitated to.
Okay.
Okay, now to understand why we need restorative justice in our returning citizens,
Mm-hmm.
we must look at how the state immediately replaced chattel slavery
Mm-hmm.
and with the new mechanism of racial control, the black codes. Okay, the 13th Amendment loophole, they called it.
Mm.
The 13th Amendment abolished slavery except as a punishment for a crime.
Like jail, but okay.
Exactly.
I'm listening.
So Southern states instinctively recognized this loophole. If they could criminalize the newly freed black population, they could legally re-enslave them
Mm,
via the prison system.
mm.
The mechanisms of black codes,
Mm.
1865 to 1866,
Cold.
immediately after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, Southern legislatures passed the black codes. Okay?
They cold.
Man, they
They out
diabolical.
cold. They diabolical.
These laws explicitly target black people's freedom
Mm-hmm.
and mobility using vagrancy laws. Many of those still exist, by the fact.
Mm.
You know, we used to walk downtown, me and my friends as young people, and the police commonly would say, keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we free? Can't we stop and talk?
No.
No, they want you to keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me see here.
Okay, so the laws, like you were saying, they explicitly targeted black people's freedoms and mobility using the vagrancy laws, right?
Right.
Making it a crime to be unemployed.
Wow. A crime.
A crime.
And they control the workforce now. Let's pay attention to the statistics.
Now check this out. Convict leasing.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
that out code?
That's our code.
Forcing arrested individuals to work on private plantations to pay off fees.
Now, this is something we talked about. I talked about it with my brother-in-law who's in a state facility.
Okay.
All right, he's letting me know everyone in the state isn't required to work.
And that they don't even have enough jobs available.
and
As
some
much
of-
work that they need
Exactly.
done. That's crazy.
Now, that's totally opposite to my experience in the federal system.
Right.
Everybody worked.
Yes.
I couldn't imagine there not being enough jobs.
It is
You
enough.
run-
It
the
just tell
inmates
you
run
that
the facility.
state is being run poorly.
Yeah, we
That's
cook
what
the
it's
food.
telling.
We grow the crops. We clean the
Yes.
buildings.
Yes.
Everything that's done on the federal system is run by the inmates.
Yeah, you can get it. It needs to be.
I mean,
It does need to be implemented more in the state facilities for us to see that as
Yeah.
much work that they need
and now
done.
you think about the whole process of things, which is why I'm trying to get people to see the big picture. So if you're in the state, they're allowing some individuals, women included, to just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
Are they going to be productive when they hit the street?
No, that's not rehabilitation.
That's right. They're not creating a work
rehabilitation.
ethic.
Yeah.
They're not teaching them
That
to work
is
within.
something,
Because
too.
even though we did everything, I'm going to speak from personal experience.
Yes.
I was a dentist orderly.
Mm-hmm.
I came in, I cleaned the dentist's office, everything, kept everything in order, made sure the tools were sanitized, everything. Because, I mean, the way I see it, these are my brothers that's being treated.
Mm-hmm.
I want things to be right.
Right.
But this is also, I have a boss, an officer, and the dentist, not to mention the dentist himself,
Yeah.
to create standards.
Of course, you have supervision.
Yeah. So now when you get out in the workforce, that's not new to you.
Exactly.
It's understood. Yeah. You can
Because
take
everyone is
criticism.
not going to be an entrepreneur.
Man, everyone's not going to. Yes.
And even when you're an
and
entrepreneur, you still have to work with other people. So
especially
you have
starting
to,
off. In the feds, you
you
get
know.
out, you have a probationary period, and getting a job is you can't you it's not looked upon favorably for you to be an entrepreneur at that point. You just coming out of jail. You got to work for someone. You got to get some income coming in, and we know entrepreneurs a lot of times that income is kind of grows and as it rolls downhill and gains momentum.
Yeah, there are some stories, and people will make the best decisions for them based on what their opportunities are.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but
But the system is still the system. It's structured in a certain way.
exactly.
And this is kind of what we're talking about, these black codes,
Yeah,
making it a crime just to not have a job.
it's kind of interesting because it's like there was a shift, right, to modern policing before the Civil War. Southern law enforcement primarily consisted of slave patrols. It's so deep though.
Just targeting.
It says after the war, the patrols, they merged with formal municipal police
Forces.
departments.
Yeah.
So just to say that, honestly, I I have a different perspective because of the diversity and the diverse access in different industries I've had. And I thank God for that.
Yeah, a lot
It's
of
a privilege
experience. Yeah.
because what I understand for them to say that these patrols, these slave patrols, evolved into municipal police
Forces.
departments.
Yeah.
So you can understand how the foundation could have been corrupt or have a
Absolutely.
bias. But I can also understand that, if we work together,
Yeah.
there are opportunities for us to still learn. Okay, that was bull. We was on some bull BS. That
Yeah.
wasn't fair. That was what I knew, or that's what we did back then.
Yeah.
Just like people,
Yeah. We're constantly
you
evolving.
know,
Yeah.
we're growing. We have
Yeah.
to keep evolving as a society.
Yeah.
So, not to go belabor this point, but the whole Juneteenth label.
Yeah.
So, as we evolve as a society, to me, that evolution might be to just state the fact, June 19th, or couldn't we just, that is the correct Emancipation Day?
Yeah. Exactly. That furthers the knowledge. That's why we have to do our own research a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times and look at the history, because just like
Yes.
this history explains why returning citizens face such a steep uphill battle. The system acknowledges that you cannot reform a system built on these foundations. I
You,
mean, it's
it's
very
true.
difficult.
Sometimes you got to burn it down and start over,
Yeah.
but that's easier said than done,
Or we can
right?
take sections and then make improvements, and that's what we try to do here.
Mm-hmm.
Pick apart, examine it, make an adjustment. It'll get better, and then maybe they'll flow into other areas.
We need ants.
Yeah.
People who willing to work like the ants.
The ants are
Serious.
powerful. The thing is, true safety and healing requires communities to wrap around returning citizens and their families, offering collective accountability and resources rather than permanent punishment. We got to get out of the mindset of making them pay.
All the
They've paid.
time.
Once they're coming out, people, they've already paid.
And one of the things, a point that you made about them not working in jail,
Yeah.
I agree. Something we have to do about that because that is not rehabilitation.
It's not.
And there are so many opportunities to do things, train, teach somebody, do something.
And a lot of people who find themselves in a situation
State reform.
where they're incarcerated, they some of them lack motivation. They need to have something to aspire to,
They need
a
some
responsibility.
to be able to set up good behaviors
Yeah.
and add
Because
behaviors
obviously
and
something's off track.
habits.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's try to get them on track
Help
before
them.
they get out.
They need that help.
Yeah.
And so we understand that there isn't a lot of they're saying that they don't have enough manpower. But what they're not doing, they're not using the manpower that they have appropriately. They
Yeah.
need to redesignate some, because there are some inmates who
Yeah.
are able to do things,
Yeah.
just like my brother, how he's able to work multiple jobs. So I know some are lazy. They shouldn't be able to just be lazy.
Yeah. That's not something to aspire to.
And every person they should be able to work. Recently I was completing some documentation on sam.gov, and I saw something that was talking about, because we're talking about, whether you're being lazy or not. And it was talking about there are benefits for organizations that hire people who are, it says, severely disabled.
Yeah.
So I love that.
I love it too.
So if you are going to, because everyone has something that they can contribute.
Absolutely. And we have to come together as a community.
Exactly.
Make them people feel part of the community
Yes.
instead of isolating them.
We're all different.
Man, we all have our struggles and our challenges.
Yes.
And we all have our gifts.
Exactly. All of us.
All of
every
us.
single one of us.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe in this, in the whole, in honor of Juneteenth being free. So to me, the beauty of it is we're celebrating the fact that we didn't know we were free.
Right.
because we were free. So it's just like in your own head, you're thinking, are there places or ways, ways that you're not free, that you could be? I mean, that you're still, we're free. Like
Yeah.
I'm free right here, right?
Right.
But am I in prison? Have
Yeah.
I imprisoned myself,
Yeah. Many have.
the way they still, because some people act like we're still not free.
Yeah.
We are free.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of it is up to us to take on that mindset.
Yeah,
We're
and what are
free.
you doing with your freedom? So
Yeah.
often people think I'm free. I want to do something negative with it,
Yeah. Or I'm free to do nothing.
or to do
You still have
nothing.
a community around you. You
It's
still have a
you. You have an
responsibility.
obligation.
Yeah.
You
Let's
have an
make a
obligation.
contribution. Yeah.
Yes. So I think that's what Juneteenth represents for me. It's an obligation.
Absolutely.
I have to do something great with my freedom.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing to adopt.
Yes. And it's a mindset. It's like, you know what are we doing? What's our show? Breaking barriers. Our organization, life support, community services.
And the community thing is, you think about it, back when the Juneteenth came about,
Okay.
you know,
You mean publicly, like in our time, or
no,
previously?
previously, when it
In
first, in
1865.
1865,
Okay.
in Galveston, Texas, when it hit, newly freed people had to rebuild their lives from scratch with zero resources. Because they're coming out of slavery even 2.5 years after
They don't
they were
live
out. Yeah.
before somebody been told how to live.
Man.
That was imprisonment.
Yeah, almost. I'm sure back then a lot of people might have not saw that as a positive thing. You mean
Their
I gotta
fear.
leave? You mean
Yeah.
I'm on my own?
Unfortunately,
no
some
help?
people,
The same mindsets today.
you know,
Or they have different situations.
somebody was taking care of them,
Man,
in a
so,
way. So they had some things that were
welfare systems
unfavorable.
and such of that. Assistance can be difficult sometimes.
And we know we're not saying that welfare systems
Is-
are in any
it-
way like slavery.
Yeah. Well, no,
Nothing-
not like slavery, but
Exactly.
people
It
can
could
get
be
comfortable being
enslaved.
taken care
Exactly.
of. Because it can
It can create enslavement.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
So I just want to clarify that.
Yeah. So a lot of times it's like people coming out of incarceration though. They realize, wow, I got to do A, B, C, D,
Yes.
E, F, G, and I've been doing nothing.
Yes.
Especially if they hadn't been working or nothing like that.
Yes.
Somebody who had that experience might come out and say, okay, I got some skills. I was a dentist orderly, or I was a cook, or
Yeah, I was an
I
artist.
did landscape,
I was an entrepreneur.
or
And
I grew fruits and vegetables.
And those ones in there, like an artist. So therefore,
Yeah.
what me as an entrepreneur, and I have insight of other entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
and even coming out of jail, like a barber. That's where you can be an
Man,
entrepreneur.
that was one of the hottest
Different
jobs
ones.
there.
A person who's an artist, So I've seen some entrepreneurs come out of jail and be successful. So that's why I say people have to do the best thing for themselves, what
Absolutely.
their opportunities are. But that whole thing about when you're coming out, you will come out and it will be different. It's just like
Yeah, it's
you're
adjustment
leaving
time.
enslavement.
Yeah, it will
Maybe
be an
the
adjustment.
why you got there was different.
Yeah,
You know what I
how
mean?
it came about. Yeah,
Yes. So therefore, you committed a crime. You're in jail. We can't consider it slavery, But
Yeah.
there are some factors that could bend the corner to slavery. If you in jail, they making you fight. They're doing other illegal stuff that we know happens. But
and another thing we focus on is that the incarceration doesn't just affect the incarcerated individual.
never.
Their family, their community, they're all impacted by that.
Yes.
And that's why it's such a task for everyone. It's not just a task for the formerly incarcerated. We all got a role to play in this thing.
We do, and it is a task. And I'm glad you give some grace to the ones that are supporting the incarcerated ones, because like my justice impact is indirect, so called, right?
Right.
But I've been directly impacted.
Absolutely.
And the other thing about it, if you love someone and they're now we talk about a marriage relationship. I mean, that's so deep.
Yeah.
You love your spouse, so their impact, I feel like I could feel your emotions, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
My brother, he's my sibling, you know, a close relationship, right?
Right.
But it's like, dang, um, we're all impacted.
And to think about it, I like it's not only his adjustment period, it's also ours. You know, yours, mine, where
Yes.
we take
Ours.
on those responsibilities as well. You know, where is he
Yes.
going to live? How's he gonna where is
Yes.
he gonna work? I
Where
mean, we're trying to find.
what is his life going to look like? What's his
Yeah,
social circle going to be? How is he going to build a life? How is he going to where's he going to find space for himself?
yeah,
How is he going to like driving around in this new environment?
yeah.
Wow, how is he going to get his credit in order? How's he going to build credit? How's he going to feel free?
How's his mental health and
Yes.
spiritual perspective going to be
Oh my
maintained?
God.
You know how you
Yes.
know.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
all those things are things that we think about.
and you know what? The beauty of it all is we know that we have all the tools and access
Hmm.
that is required to be successful.
Yeah,
And with Juneteenth, we know we're free, right?
yeah,
So
and we're together.
and we're together.
That's something to be proud of, people.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we here together.
And even though we don't really love that Juneteenth,
That's just a title.
it's a title.
Yeah, the
We
spirit is
love what it's
intact.
about.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's
So
right.
now, you know, we want to celebrate Juneteenth with you all, and we hope that you teach your family about the history. It's all of our history, not
Yeah,
just for black people. It's
people.
everybody,
Yeah,
people.
it's really American history.
It's American history.
Yeah,
We're all one.
yeah.
You know.
So celebrate, have fun,
Yes.
love on each other,
Mm-hmm.
and remember at the end, get to work. You know, we got
Do
stuff to
something.
do.
Yeah, still stuff to be done.
Yeah,
Ain't just picnic, barbecues, and
yeah,
ribs and macaroni and all that other stuff. And eat healthier. Look,
yeah.
I'm just trying to say. I'm telling you.
Hey, we want
Okay,
to stay around.
we want to stay
But
around. So we trying to.
hey, on this day, enjoy yourself because it's June 19th, and
Yes. Celebrate
do
life.
better moving forward.
And I like to shout out my husband Larry on coming up on his almost birthday, June 23rd. Happy pre-birthday. I'm gonna be celebrating you too, my love.
Thank you, love you,
All right, I love you too, and God bless y'all.
and happy June 19th.
Yes.
Amen.